Hello, my name is Yahaira. I'm here with my mother, Carmen. The date is October 26, 2020, and we are recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. We're recording this interview during a COVID-19 pandemic. Hello, Mom. Can you give a brief description of yourself and what you do?
Sure. My name is Carmen Cabrera. I am currently the Illinois State Director for Chicago Therapeutic Services, which is a behavioral health organization. We work with individuals that struggle with mental illness. Been doing that for 22 years.
So, have you ever thought that you would ever quarantine from home?
Wow, no, I actually didn't, but at the same time, it's like a yes or no question. Um, I felt that we, as a community, have not been caring for our community. We've kind of neglected recycling and kind of taking care of our planet. So I felt that something was going to happen, but not as intense as to what we're living today.
So, what is your take on the whole pandemic?
Wow, my take is that it's sad, mainly because of how we have to live distant to one another. It's scary. We don't know what to expect, and I think the life changing situation. Um, the way now that we're working from home and having my four wonderful daughters playing band at different times and all those interesting sounds and different teachers and just speaking at the same time. So it's just a life changing experience right now.
So, you mentioned that we are distant physically, as you know, social distancing. But have you ever thought that we were distant before, such as emotionally or in different mindsets of different situations or things that are happening other than the pandemic?
I think we're a lot more distant now um, than we were before. We're I think that physical and face one to one has a big impact because you're able to see people's expressions and body language. Um, and it's different than before because everyone was on like cell phones. I think now we're like even more on cell
Yeah.
phones. Um, and so I don't know how that's going to look like when we get back to the norm, which I'm hoping we do. But everyone is so now with technology that we're able to have that communication. But at some point, we need that physical contact,
Yeah.
that physical connection.
So, as a state director of a clinic for those who have mental health issues, what kind of toll do you think this made on you and those you work with and those you help?
Good question. I think for me, still, working in the community and still, being out here as we are essential workers because I'm a social worker as well. Just the possibility of getting COVID, it's kind of scary. But I think it's more scarier for individuals that are struggling with mental illness to be, scared. They already struggle with anxiety and depression, and then to add on top a pandemic can be very devastating on them. But I'm proud that we as essential workers are out here, providing them that support.
So, when you mention this essential workers, what do you mean?
Well, essential workers are individuals that are still out in the community. We have the whole work from home, but individuals that are essential workers are needed in the community. So social workers would be needed to kind of help individuals with mental illness. Doctors are needed, for emergency room. We need paramedic, firefighters, police officers, just to keep justice and make sure that we're safe. So these are the individuals that at times, risk their life to make sure that the community is safe.
So, let's talk about you now. You have helped so many people. So many people are grateful for you. Are you grateful for anything in your life?
Well, there's a lot of things that I'm grateful for, but I think that my main thing that I'm grateful for is my family, but most importantly, my four wonderful daughters. I am so grateful to have them in my life. I'm proud of them, of each and every one of them. I'm happy to see them, and I don't know what it would be without you guys in my life. So I'm grateful for you guys.
So, how would you like to be remembered?
I would like to be remembered as someone that is caring, a very loving person, someone who gave without expecting anything in return.
Do you have any regrets?
Um, well, I would say the only regret I have would be not finishing school sooner. I took a lot of breaks in between, um, because I had four kids. So I think just not finishing straight through, um, kind of puts me in the longer steps to finishing.
What were the hardest moments you had when I, your daughter, was growing up?
I would still say like juggling school and work. Um, and then um, it was difficult because then I had your other sisters in between. So it was it was very difficult just juggling everything together, making sure that I did my schoolwork, that you guys did your schoolwork, and that I was working. So your dad worked most of the day, so it was kind of hard to juggle everything and all the responsibilities that come with being a parent, being a student, um, and being an employer. So it was kind of difficult.
What life lessons has your work life taught you?
That's a very interesting question. I think being in this field in mental health, I've encountered many people since I've been doing this for 22 years, and um, a life lesson that I learned is that we shouldn't judge people by their appearance. Sometimes we could be driving and we see someone, asking for change or money, and we tend to, you know, categorize them or label them, and oh, he's homeless or she's homeless because they're drinking, or because they're you know they don't have the support. And just, we might tumble in life, and we all have times where we might fall, and we just need a little support, whether it's from mom, whether it's from aunt or uncle, just to give you that little push or encouragement. um, and sometimes that's what our clients need, that little push and that support. So I feel that that's important, not judging people by their appearance, rather getting to know them for who they are.
What was the most profound spiritual moment of your life?
Um, that's another good question. Well, I've been very spiritual since I could remember. I mean, I was 2 years old drinking my bottle, or probably even younger. And I remember looking at all the saints and all the paintings that there is in the church. But God has always been the center of my life. But I feel that as I grew older, I got a better understanding of the impact I can make in individuals' lives. And so I guess now that I understand how God has empowered me to help um, and I can help others, just following Jesus' footsteps.
Well, this is a great interview with my own mom, I guess,
Oh,
during this whole pandemic and figuring out more about yourself and your past. So thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it.
no problem. Thank you.